Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper coming to you live from Schravenzande, the Netherlands. My name is Jackie van der Sar Boot, and I'm a Canadian demonstrator, but I'm married to a Dutchman, so I'm also a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Europe. So that's a pretty amazing opportunity for me, and it's kind of fun for you. So I'm hoping that we can have a really nice time today. It is 4 o'clock in the Netherlands, and it's 10 a.m. in my other home in Chatham, Ontario. So if you're joining me live, welcome. And if you catch up with me later on the replay, that's great too. So today I'm going to share a wonderful card. I think it's a wonderful card anyway. It's a simple card, which is actually my favorite thing to do because the stamps and the paper do all the work. So I do have to give credit today. This is not a Jackie original. This is the second card in a row that I have cased from Sandy Reese, who is a demonstrator in the States. So thank you, Sandy, for your inspiration. I don't even know how I came across it, but I thought, hey, I have all this stuff and I was looking for something to do because I was waiting for my pre-order to come in from the new catalog. I wanted to wow you with new things, but maybe it's a good thing that all that new stuff isn't here yet because you know what? You guys can't order it anyway unless you get the starter kit, which is, of course, always the best deal in the catalog. So let's have a look. I have a few tricks and tips to share with you. Now, what you see here is a very colorful array of blends. I'm actually going to be using all of them. And it's coincidental that I'm using blends today. I really didn't have an ulterior motive. But if I were you, I would order those blends. Whatever colors you don't have yet, get them before the end of April because in May, in the new catalog, they're going up in price. I'm not sure if it's $1 or $2 per set of blends. So you can really save yourself some money. And it's free shipping tomorrow. Free shipping on orders of 75 euros in Europe or $100 in Canada. So anyway, that's the big news. And so one of the things that's going up is blends. Another thing is envelopes, cardstock, ink pads, and re-inkers. So those are the things you should get now with your free shipping. Okay. This is the stamp set that we're using today. And yesterday I used this one, this stamp, and today we're going to use this one. Tomorrow I'm going to use this set again in my Stamping Through My Stash video where I stamp every single stamp in the set so you can see how it works. But today we're just going to use this one. And before we get started, there's a couple other stamp sets that I wanted to show you that also involve line images that you can color. This is a great one to get. And the reason I'm showing you these is I thought maybe you'd like a little inspiration for your free shipping tomorrow. This is a great Father's Day set. And even like my dad is gone, but I could give this card to my sons. It's great for scrapbooking. And the item number is 160780. And I really, really love this set. I should show you a card that I made with it right here. And this card uses the layering diorama dies, and they are on sale. I didn't check today if they were still available, but yesterday they were. So that's another little tip. And then here's the card that we made yesterday. And these are the cards, the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes, and they come in all the in colors, and they're on sale. So yesterday they were available. I was actually obsessively reading a book today. I don't know if you guys have read the Seven Sisters books, but I was reading the Seventh Sister, and I have to say I didn't get a whole lot of work done. I can really, really get addicted to a book sometimes. So these are the envelopes, and then here are the cards. And you know what? I should scooch on over to YouTube to see if I can catch you guys. I don't often do it live because our internet isn't often good enough. So I'm not that used to doing it. So let me just see if I can find myself. And I do see myself. Oh, I just have to turn the sound off. Sorry, guys. Oh, gosh, this is terrible. All right. All right. I don't see anyone else watching with me, so I guess it's not a big deal. And I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I'm not going to look again. And if you guys have any tips or tricks for me for doing a live and watching and commenting at the same time, let me know. But the reason I chose to go live on YouTube is because then YouTube tells you guys that I'm going to be live. So we'll see if it makes a difference. You know, when you own your own business, you always have to play around to see what works. So today we're going to be using the, let's see, Orchid Oasis note card. And so I'm using this is one of the Stylish Shapes dies. That's the dies that I'm using today. And I'll show you what they look like. So they come in squares, circles, and these beautiful banners, and they're all stitched. I have to say this is a set that I reach for a lot. So that's 159183. So I pre-cut that already, and I also stamped the I'm so happy for you, and we'll use that later. So we're going to use this. Then you need a piece of black cardstock that's 4 3/4 by 3.5 inches, or 12.1 centimeters by 8.9 centimeters. And then a basic white piece that's 4 5/8 by 3 3/8, or 11.8 centimeters by 8.6. So we're going to get the stamp sets out of the way. I am trying to teach myself to not use the Stamparatus because it's sold out. Now, Stampin' Up! Didn't get rid of it because it wasn't selling well. They got rid of it because there was a copyright claim by Misty. So apparently Misty designed that type of tool, and whatever Stampin' Up! Was not allowed to do the same thing. So that's unfortunate because I really do love it. So I'm going to stamp this on this side. So my trick for you, if you missed out on Stamparatus, as long as your ink pads are really nice and juicy, so get your re-inkers right away and make sure that your ink pads are really nice and juicy, and then you should be fine. So ink up your stamp really well, and you can see that you've got ink everywhere. And then when you stamp, make sure you've got a good flat surface, and then count to 5. Give it a firm press, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And that should do. She's sitting slightly crooked, I think, but that's okay. So now I want to color her. And I'm going to start with, you know what? I'm going to start with the small surface area. I'm going to start with the bow on the hat, and this is dark sweet sorbet. So then I'm going to use the fine tip. Our blends have a fine tip and a brush tip. And the key with the blends is that you don't want to press hard. They just glide on. The color glides on. There's no need to press hard, and pressing hard will not add to the life of your blends. So on the bigger surfaces, you can use your dark and your light and blend them together, but on the small areas, there's no need to do that really. Okay, and then for the hat, I'm going to go with So Saffron. Now, So Saffron, these were available yesterday, and they were on sale because this is a discontinuing color. Now, even though colors are retired, doesn't mean that you can't use them anymore. So my blends, I keep all of them because I love having as many colors as possible. They're my favorite color medium. And when I did blends classes at home, when I was still doing in-person classes, they were the favorite coloring classes. And I had people who hated coloring, and they like this. Okay, so here I have 3 sets of blends. They're found in a different place in the catalog than the regular blends, and I should probably have thought that ahead and showed you in the catalog. These are the I would say they're called the Naturals assortment. They used to be called the skin tones, but they are numbered from 1,000 all the way up to 100. So I'm using 800 for the skin on my lady and on my boy. So she's got a nice tan. And for the hair, so the colors are also great for hair. It's really nice assortment. So like I said, get your colors before they go up in price. So now for the hair, this is the darker one. This is 200, and I'm going to use this on my lady's hair. And you know what? You could just leave it as is, but I like to add a little bit of color. Looks nice. And then the boy, I have, this color is number 300. And I think they've changed it to medium and deep and light and whatnot. But I will include the links in my video so you can look and see what I've all used, and so you don't worry about writing it all down or whatever. So now for his shorts, I'm going to use Parakeet Party, and I don't want to go too dark. So I'm using the light Parakeet Party. Kind of one of those, it looks a little neon-y, but it's actually a really great color. And then his shirt is going to be Tahitian Tide, and I want it to be softer again, so I'm just using the light color. I'm not using the dark. And I just love this stamp set because one of the reasons I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is because I was frustrated at my lack of artistic ability. I don't paint well. I don't paint at all. I don't draw well. And so when I first inked up a stamp and put it to paper with all the beautiful artwork. So here I'm using Dark Orchid Oasis, and the thing with blends is that you shouldn't work too far ahead. So do one piece at a time, or otherwise it soaks into the paper too much and you won't be able to blend it away. So I'm just going over the dark with my light, and you can hear I'm not pressing. You don't hear any squeaking going on. You just go over and blend the color so it doesn't look all blobby. So now I'm going to the next layer of her dress. My mother made a dress like this for me with all the little ruffles. And I know I should start sewing. The funny thing is that I used to sew, and then I started stamping, and first thing I did was sold my serger, and I bought more stamps with it. So I guess this is a stories and stamps one, so it's good that I'm telling you these stories. I'm thinking about changing my stories and stamps to become, once a month I want to do a free Zoom class, and once a month I want to do a bingo class. And the bingo class is open to everybody, and everybody wins. Now, I haven't figured it all out yet, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be a blog post about it and a newsletter. And I'm thinking that there's going to be like a $100 prize, a $50 prize, a few $25 prizes, and then there'll be prizes of retired stamp sets and bundles, as well as a membership in my Primetime group, as well as tutorials. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we'll make something. I'll tell you ahead of time what we're going to do. And it'll be a great way for us to hang out together. And the nice thing is that you'll be able to choose your own prize. Like basically what you'll do is you'll get a gift certificate from me that you can use to order for my online store. So I'd love to hear your feedback on that. What do you think? So here we go. She's almost done. Isn't it pretty? Anyway, I can't claim anything from this because Sandy picked the colors, and yeah, just love it. So I just hope that sometimes my cards get used for inspiration by someone else as well. So here we have this. We're now going to take that white panel and put it on the black one. And remember, the white one was 4 5/8 by 3 3/8, 11.8 by 8.6. So now we're going to put that white piece on the black. And I find that, oh yeah, and this silicone mat that I'm using, that kind of holds the paper in place, and it gives you a little bit of cush for your stamping. Oops, got a little dry piece on there. So if you use liquid adhesive, which by the way is also going up in price, you get a little more wiggle room, so you can slide it around to where you need it to be, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I have a crooked eye. So I'm putting my black piece there, and then I just do my top 2 corners, and when they look good, so when the edges look about the same, then I'm pressing down. And you can see how I slid it around a little bit. And this one has just a tiny little border around it. So now we're going to take the twine that goes with it. Now I knew I should have done this. I should have found where it started. I did that the other day. Oh, here we go. I think I've got it. Yeah, thank goodness. Oh, that stressed me out just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this around twice, maybe 3 times. And keep this long piece at the top. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it 3 times. And now I'm just going to hold it upside down, and I'm going to tie a little bow right near the top. So I'm first tying it in a knot. There. And our cardstock is quite strong, so you can tie your ribbon or your bows fairly tightly to make sure that they're not too loose on your card. If you find that your twine is all twisty, if you put a little rubbing alcohol in your hand and put the twine in there, it gets rid of the twist. But I thought of that too late. Okay, so now we're going to pop this up on our card, like so. And I'm going to use black dimensionals. Now, oops, our black dimensionals come in a pack of assorted. So they come with small ones and big ones, which I love. And what I also like is that the back of the dimensionals has a white backing, so you can see them. And we'll just do 6. But you get regular ones and you get mini ones in a pack, so that's nice. That's another thing you can add to your order tomorrow for free shipping. And like I said earlier, the best deal is always the starter kit, because you get to pick out in Canada $165 and you pay only $135. No shipping, no tax. And you can put discounted stuff in there. And after that, you have your own discount. Okay, so now we're going to take the I'm So Happy For You and glue it to circle. Anyway, message me if you have questions about that. I wish someone had told me earlier, because when I first found out about Stampin' Up, I did not want to be a demonstrator. I just loved the product and I would have loved a discount, but no one told me that that was a possibility. So I waited another 4 years before I became a demonstrator. Think of, I would have been a demonstrator for 20 years now. That would have been pretty sweet. So now I'm going to put a dimensional on either side, because I want to straddle the ribbon so it has something solid to be on. And then, see? How cute is that? And then you could add some gems. I have these polished dots here that I can use. That's honestly, to tell you the honest truth, I forgot all about gems. So I didn't have any laying ready, but these will work if I can find my pokey tool. Well, you know what? I'm going to try this. I've got this little gummy thing that I don't hardly ever use. Let's see if it works. Yep, it did work. And let's see, we'll put one here. But I think something else stuck to it. I did something. Okay, we're going to use the other end. When you use the that sticky end, you have to make sure it's fresh. And I couldn't find my lid, so it's been exposed and then it gets dry. So we don't want that. There. These look a little bit like water droplets. And we'll put one here. There, so that's it. Isn't that cute? I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, and I don't know if I dare go back to, I'm not going to go back to YouTube, because I'm afraid that I'm going to get two things going at the same time and it's going to be super noisy. So please give me a thumbs up if you like this card, and subscribe if you haven't done it already, because when we get to 5,400 subscribers, there's going to be a prize. So you need to comment, tell me that you've subscribed, and you could win the Eden's Garden bundle when we get to 5,400 subscribers. And if you love this, share it. You can share it on Pinterest, you can share it on Facebook. I would love it if you shared my work with your friends, because just like any small business, word of mouth is the best advertising. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a lot of fun making your wish list and ordering your supplies tomorrow with free shipping, and maybe score some amazing deals. So click on those links at the bottom of my video. And even though the normal price is right beside it, if you click on it and it's on sale, then the sale price will pop up. Okay? Good luck and have a super day.